Welcome to Mount Vernon Lady Rams Volleyball on WMIX, on your radio and online. Lady Rams Volleyball is powered by the official voice of the Mount Vernon Rams, Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to personal banking. Lady Rams Volleyball is also sponsored by Rend Lake College. See how you can save thousands on your education at rlc.edu. The Medicine Shop of Mount Vernon, Ford Square and King City Chrysler. You can count on us. State Farm Insurance Agent Tony Wilt. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Second Chance Auto, Banterra Bank, Good Samaritan Regional Health Center, Raising a Hospital, Raising the Bar, Sarah Staley, your country financial agent, Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon, and also by the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois, Heartland Accounting, Central Christian Church, and People's National Bank. It's time to join Chris Hugo and Danny Czerwinski in the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square and King City Chrysler, for Mount Vernon Lady Rams Volleyball. Lady Rams pregame show starts now.
And good evening. Welcome inside Conley Gymnasium here at Flora High School. Chris Hugo and Danny Czerwinski alongside. It is your Page Agency pregame show. Tonight, the Mount Vernon Lady Rams on the road against the Flora Wolfgals. We saw this one a year ago back at Shagnon Gymnasium. This time it's the Lady Rams' turn to head on up. It's also our turn in the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square, 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Find their inventory online at fordsquare.com and find them on Facebook as well. Glad to have you with us, of course. It's volleyball action. Lady Rams suffered a tough loss of conference play last night to the Althoff Crusaders. Danny Czerwinski alongside now. Danny, this is a big one to try to come back and get. Try to work out those kinks from a night ago, going into not only tonight's action here in non-conference play, but going back into conference play Thursday at Marion.
This is a toughie. It's a sandwich game, and it's one of those deals where you're sandwiched in between an Althoff conference game last night that, you know, realistically did not go very well, and Althoff came in and took care of things very quickly. You have this game here tonight. You got to make a long road trip over here to Clay County to Flora, and then you got to play a team that you're not really a rival with, not really know much about them. You got to come over here and play, take a night off or practice, and then you go to Marion, and then take another practice day, and then go to West Frankfort tournament. So this is kind of an off game. It'll be more of a mental test for Mount Vernon, I think, than physical, based on the fact that you have to get yourself up, you have to get yourself ready to play. And after last night, it's going to be really interesting to see how the ladies come out this evening. But one thing I was curious about, Dan, was see how the JV fared after a 3-set battle last night against the Althoff Crusaders. Lady Rams did a great job of coming back in the first of the JV match, ultimately falling 25-27. Then falling in the second set, 21-25, swept here by the Flora Wolfgals tonight. And it was kind of interesting to see how they would take that floor. They looked like they were into it. Key is going to be to see if the varsity is more into it tonight than they were last night. Yeah, it was not a very good effort, and those who went to the game last night understand and know what we were talking about. It just was not one of the better efforts that we have seen out of the Lady Rams this year in the games that we have done. Kind of a lackadaisical, kind of an off effort, and last night you were disappointed, I think, in the fact, not that Mount Vernon lost Althoff, because Althoff is such a good program, but the fact that the effort, the endurance, the way to go. There wasn't a lot of emotion either way for Mount Vernon, here, there, and everywhere. And because of that, Althoff really took it to Mount Vernon. It's one of those missed opportunities that Mount Vernon will not get back this year. They will not. Speaking of not get back, we will come back from our break. We need to take a break here on your Page Agency pregame. This is Lady Rams Volleyball, presented by Community First Bank.
If your definition of local is Southern Illinois and adjacent states, pay no attention to this message. Hi, I'm Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Others advertise the message of being a local community bank. However, Community First Bank is the only local community bank exclusively serving Jefferson County with 5 locations and 5 ATMs. In short, loans and deposits stay local and benefit you.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The tradition of fine vehicles and great service continues at Second Chance Auto. They've been providing quality cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs for families like yours for over 32 years, and many are priced under $10,000, plus most have a 3-month or 3,000-mile warranty. Bank rate financing available with instant approval. No gimmicks, no pressure, just honest deals on great vehicles from your friends and neighbors at Second Chance Auto, living and contributing back to the community they serve. Located on Route 142 East in Mount Vernon, or call 244-4582.
Protect yourself and the ones you love by getting a flu shot at the Medicine Shop Pharmacy. It's the smart and healthy thing to do. Just walk right in. No appointments necessary, and no prescription from your doctors required. The shot is covered under Medicare Part B. Here's pharmacist and pharmacy owner Eric Black.
We have a seasonal flu shot event, which is not just one day, but usually 4 or 5 days that we schedule nurses to come in and give shots. I can also give shots to anybody who can't make those specific days, for example.
Get your flu vaccine between 9 a.m. and 6 p.m. Save these dates in September, Tuesday the 18th and 25th, and in October, Thursday the 4th and 18th. If you're homebound, every effort will be made to schedule a home visit. Call us if you require the service. The Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
Are you interested in a career in the culinary arts but can never afford the high cost of cooking school? Wren Lake College has a low-cost recipe for success. For as little as $5,500 per year, you can get a quality culinary arts education in your own backyard. That even includes books, tuition, class fees, and supplies. Learn to master domestic fare, pastry, and foreign cuisine in Ina, Illinois. Save thousands on a culinary arts education at Wren Lake College. For more information, log on to rlc.edu/culinary arts.
Learn to live healthy, learn to live well, and learn how you can live free from unexpected medical expense with a major medical expense policy from Pekin Insurance and the Page Agency. Health insurance that covers hospital, medical, and surgical expenses offers a wide choice of deductibles and a non-tobacco user discount, too. Rising medical costs don't have to be a problem with a major medical expense policy from Pekin Insurance. This is coverage we hope you'll never need, but you just can't be without. Call the Page Agency at 242-7000 about a major medical health insurance plan today.
For more scores and insight, follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. Now back to the Rams on WMIX.
And we welcome back to Conley Gymnasium here on the campus of Flora High School. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside Avery Barton is back to the Mount Vernon studio. We're online tonight at mywithersradio.com. Audio only tonight. Of course, we're on your radios here on WMIX. Glad to have you with us. It's your Page Agency pregame. Page Insurance, 242-7000. Anytime insurance you need. You can also find them online at pagecompanies.com. Tonight, the Flora Wolfgals, they come in with a 5-4 mark on the year. Of course, they're out of the Little Illini Conference. Do look a Little Illini. Lady Rams are 4-4 on the year, 1-1 the South 7. This should be a good one here tonight. Saw a great JV battle prior to this one. Of course, Lady Rams fell in straight sets. That said, Danny, this could be a good one for the Lady Rams to get in here tonight, like we said before going to Marion. But just a good one to see where momentum is going to take them. A busy week for Mount Vernon, of course, last night, tonight, Thursday, a tournament Saturday. This will be a really good test to see where they stand going into the next few days.
Not a lot of time to hang your head this week. You get a couple of off days on Wednesday and Friday, matches the rest of the week, and probably 2 or 3, 4 matches on Saturday. So Mount Vernon's going to get a very good stiff test. Take a day off and go to Salem Monday. So you don't have a lot of time over this week period to sit there and feel sorry for yourselves or whatever. You got to come out ready to go. This Florida team 5-3, little different type of team that they have played this year than what Mount Vernon's scheduled. So again, a good test of a 2A school versus a 3A school.
Of course, now this new look Little Illini. I mean, you face teams like KZ Westfield, you face teams like Marshall, Palestine, Hudsonville, Oblong, Cumberland, who's usually a traditional volleyball power, Edwards County, a traditional volleyball power. You welcome teams like Newton into the fold. You also welcome Robinson, among others, in this new look LIC, and it's truly a good conference. Red Hill and Lawrenceville notwithstanding, that they fight in. And in terms of small school volleyball, especially with Cumberland and Edwards County, pretty good little conference.
One of those deals, obviously the conference changed, as in most things, prefaced on football, because that's where all the changes are at. Football is what drives the force here in athletics, whether it's the college or the high school level. And this new Little Illini Conference, you add some of the smaller schools of the Martinsvilles, Hudsonville, Toledo, Cumberland. You know, obviously some of the names familiar to some of our Jefferson County listeners, maybe in Woodlawn, you know, Oblong, Toledo, Cumberland, among others. Some of your 2A schools like Marshall, KC Westfield, football, basketball power, what's going on. You know, Marshall was in the Elite Eight just a few years back in boys basketball. Edwards County, as you said, is a volleyball power. So conference divided up, made up differently as a football basic move there. But, again, it's a tough conference. A lot of different schools can do a lot of different sports very well.
As said, we do need to take another break here on your Page Agency pregame. A little bit later on, we'll have your Central Christian Church starting lineups. This is Lady Rams Volleyball from WMIX Sports.
Do you feel like there isn't enough time to get everything done? Back to school bills draining your wallet? Hi, this is Joy Schrader, mortgage specialist with People's National Bank in Mount Vernon, and I can help. By refinancing your current mortgage to a lower rate mortgage with People's National Bank, you can put some of that money back in your wallet. Stop by today and let People's National Bank ease your back-to-school debt.
People's National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
The 2012 model year-end clearance event is in full swing. Hi, Mike Russell, General Manager, Schmidt Ford of Salem. If a deal is what you've been waiting for, now is the time. On select models, choose from 0% financing or rebates up to $6,000. Trade your current vehicle in and receive up to a $1,000 additional rebate on many models. Are you a Farm Bureau member? Great! Receive an additional $500 on most models. You can see the time to save is now. Come see us at Schmidt Ford of Salem, 1815 West Main, Salem, Illinois, or give us a call at 618-548-1711.
Hey there, I'm Jennifer, and I love living in Southern Illinois. But whenever I got sick, I used to think the best medical care was far away. I had no clue that some of the most advanced medical care was right here the whole time. Good Samaritan is my new hospital of choice because they combine exceptional response times, first-class facilities, and an outstanding patient experience. Good Samaritan partners with physician specialists and invests in the latest medical technology. They deliver the best care where I need it most, locally. Now more than ever, they offer local residents like me a convenient alternative to bigger out-of-state hospitals where I'm a number, not a name. This saves me time, money, and keeps my family close, which out-of-state hospitals will never be able to provide. And in 2013, that care will get even better when they open the all-new Regional Health Center. It's that kind of investment that ensures we'll never have to leave home to receive the care we need.
Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a hospital, raising the bar.
Back to the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square on WMIX.
And we welcome you back to Conley High School, Flora, Illinois. Glad to have you with us. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. This is your Page Agency pregame show. Any insurance you could need, call the Page Agency, 242-7000. Tonight it's Lady Rams on the road with the Flora Wolfgals. And again, we talked a little bit about the Little Illini Conference. Lady Rams is starting to get well into South 7 play now, Danny. Of course, the Altop Crusaders always tough, but we'll start to see the toughest part of the schedule with the teams like the Carbondale Terriers and even the Marion Lady Wildcats.
Well, again, as I said, conference play. Everybody knows what you have and what you can do, and Mount Vernon will run into that on Thursday night in Marion. And, of course, if they start going through the conference team by team, and again, you look for Mount Vernon to do some things. You got to beat some teams you're not supposed to beat. You got to pick up some wins maybe you're not supposed to get. So we'll see what happens here as the Lady Rams try to shake off last night's loss against Althoff at home. Of course, we will see just how they do that. We'll have your Central Christian Church starting lineups coming up in just a moment. Incredible things are happening at Central Christian Church in Mount Vernon. Look no further than thenewcentral.com. Watch their Friday night and Sunday services online. It's thenewcentral.com. Central Christian Church, loving God and loving people. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have those starting lineups and a whole lot more. This is Lady Rams Volleyball, presented by Community First Bank.
High school sports are here, and the WMIX Saturday Sports Show is where you can stay up to date in the world of local sports. In fact, it's the only sports show to be recognized by the Illinois Broadcasters Association as a top feature radio program. Tune us in every Saturday morning after the 8 o'clock news, only on AM 940 and mywithersradio.com. The Saturday Sports Show is presented by Crossroads Community Hospital. It's more than a hospital. It's what healthcare should be.
Hi, this is Star Reed with People's National Bank. Since 1909, People's National Bank has been devoted to providing accounts and services designed around customers' needs. With our convenient banking services, you can manage your finances anytime, anywhere. From online banking, bill pay, mobile banking, and even e-statements, People's National Bank is there for you. People's National Bank, member FDIC.
Under the hood, under the skin, or in the cabin, Ford Mustang features an impressive list of high-tech features. Hi, Roy Schmidt, Ford dealer, Ford Square, Mount Vernon. From the available track apps for performance metrics to Ford Sync technology to an impressive lineup of engines, nobody does brains and brawn like the Mustang. Right now, you can own a Mustang V6 Coupe with 0% financing for up to 60 months. Or, how about the fuel-efficient Ford Fiesta? With unsurpassed in its class highway mile per gallon, the Fiesta is fuel efficient and fun. Combined with the Ford Tune suspension, electric power assisted steering, and advanced track electronic stability control, Fiesta provides an agile and exhilarating experience. Come see one of our sales associates and drive away in the Mustang, Fiesta, or any Ford and Lincoln model. New or pre-owned at Ford Square, 1501 Broadway, Mount Vernon, online at fordsquare.com, and find us on Facebook.
Lady Rams Volleyball is on your radio at AM 940 WMIX Mount Vernon and worldwide with audio and video at mywithersradio.com. Free services from Withers Broadcasting.
And we welcome you back, Conley Gymnasium on the campus of Flora High School to WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by King City Chrysler, 1603 Broadway, Mount Vernon, kingcitychrysler.com. Also your home for a Hertz rental car. We'll get to your Central Christian Church starting lineups here in just a moment on the Page Agency pregame, if we even have time to do that. It's Flora Wolfgals. It is the Mount Vernon Lady Rams. Will be coming up here in just a moment. We do know we will have to honor America here in Flora, which I would have to assume is going to be forthcoming over the course of the next 30 seconds or so. But we're glad to have you with us. Audio only tonight on mywithersradio.com. No video tonight. That'll return on Thursday as the Lady Rams travel to Marion to take on the Lady Wildcats in South 7 play. So video back Thursday, audio only tonight on the Internet, and, of course, right here on your radio on WMIX. We need to honor America from Florida. We'll do that now. This is Lady Rams Volleyball on WMIX.
No matter what the cause, Dale's always leads the way, even in the fight against cancer. Hi, this is Matt Watercutty with Dale's Harley-Davidson in Mount Vernon, and we're having a kick-ass bike and car show on Friday, September 14th. Yeah, it's true, they don't make them like they used to, so come on over to Dale's to see the way coolest rides around. Classic cars, muscle cars, vintage cars, and bikes of every description, with registration starting at 4 p.m. We'll have food by Little Buddy's Barbecue, drinks, live music by Don Ware, door prizes, and we're open till 9 p.m. All the proceeds will benefit the American Cancer Society. The trophies will be sponsored by us here at Dale's Harley-Davidson. Oh, did I say they don't make them like they used to? Now the new Harley models are even better. It's the bike and car show to benefit the American Cancer Society, with all cars and bikes welcome. Friday, September 14th at Dale's Harley-Davidson, the longest running Harley dealer in Southern Illinois, just off I-57 on North 44th Street in Mount Vernon. Call 618-244-4116, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, or visit us at dales-ht.com.
Are you interested in a career in the culinary arts but can never afford the high cost of cooking school? Rend Lake College has a low-cost recipe for success. For as little as $5,500 per year, you can get a quality culinary arts education in your own backyard. That even includes books, tuition, class fees, and supplies. Learn to master domestic fare, pastry, and foreign cuisine in Ina, Illinois. Save thousands on a culinary arts education at Rend Lake College. For more information, log on to rlc.edu/culinary arts.
If your definition of local is Southern Illinois and adjacent states, pay no attention to this message. Hi, I'm Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Others advertise the message of being a local community bank. However, Community First Bank is the only local community bank exclusively serving Jefferson County with 5 locations and 5 ATMs. In short, loans and deposits stay local and benefit you.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is Lady Rams Volleyball on WMIX, powered by Community First Bank.
And we welcome you back to Conley Gymnasium, Flora High School. Chris Hugo and Danny Czerwinski alongside Lady Rams Volleyball in Florida tonight against the Wolfgals. Of course, Lady Rams Volleyball is presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. I'll tell you more about them throughout the night. We do need to get to the Central Christian Church starting lineups where we will meet Danny's choice.
Flora Wolfgals will go with number 2, Bria Krupsinger, number 3, Megan Levitt, number 4, Brooke Bailiff, number 20, Mishka Vasova, number 10, Mylan Bush-King, number 13, Crimson Jones, number 14, Hannah Boot, number 21, Christina Hodges, number 23, Kaylee Heimlich. For Jim Earlywine's Flora Wolfgals. First lineup tonight presented by Central Christian Church. We're meeting the Mount Vernon Lady Rams during the public address. Now we'll meet them here on WMIX. Lady Rams will go with number 2, Alexa Stewart, number 11, Molly Ketzer, number 14, Rachel Kirsch, number 16, Aaliyah Palmer, number 17, Kelby Kuyava, number 21, Hannah Owens, number 22, Kirsten McGowan, and number 23, Taylor McGowan for Angie Carroll's Mount Vernon Lady Rams. Discover the excitement at Central Christian Church in Mount Vernon. Central offers exciting worship experiences packed with energy, relevant teaching, and awesome programming for children and youth. Check out thenewcentral.com. That's thenewcentral.com for service times and more information. This will do it for us here on the Page Agency pregame. Glad to have had you with us. Still plenty more features throughout the broadcast. Again, no video tonight
on MyWeathersRadio.com. And we have video on MyWeathersRadio.com. It's fueled by Dale's Harley-Davidson, where they trade for anything. No smoke in the mirror deals at Dale's. Bikes as low as $29.95. A party every weekend. And Dale's, of course, the only Harley dealer in Southern Illinois that offers a 10-year life-of-cycle warranty. Dale's Harley-Davidson in Mount Vernon, of course, on Facebook. Follow them on Twitter or log on to dales-hd.com. Of course, we couldn't do it without Dale's Harley-Davidson, the video on the Internet. We also can't do Lady Rams Athletics here on WMIX without Community First Bank of the Heartland. If you're tired of big corporate banking, you have a choice in Jefferson County. Community First Bank is at home in Dix, Ina, Woodlawn, and Mount Vernon. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC. What are some keys tonight, Danny, for these Lady Rams looking to avenge a bad loss last night?
Number one, forget last night. Number two, play with some enthusiasm. After that, it'll take care of itself, because if you can't do those two things, you're not going to do very well here this evening over here in Clay County.
Well said and absolutely fact. We'll see how the Lady Rams do here tonight. They, of course, are in their usual getup, black spandex with three-quarter sleeve tops. They're black sleeve with the white tops, and, of course, orange numeric strip in black. The Wolfgals, meanwhile, full sleeves. They're dressed in white with some blue trim, orange numeric trimmed in black with blue shorts. The liberos tonight, the Flora libero will be dressed in blue, while the Lady Ram libero, Alexis Stewart, will be dressed in orange. One number change to record tonight. Leah Palmer tonight will be wearing number 27 instead of number 16. Other than that, no roster changes for the Lady Rams. There we go. It's one of those where we hadn't seen Aaliyah for about the past 15 years, it seems like. It's just one of those kids that's been playing athletics as long as we can remember. We might have had some confusion, but there's Aaliyah Palmer out there, and we're about ready to go. Lady Rams will be going right to left. The Wolfgals left to right here from Conley Gymnasium. Glad to have you with us. They call it the Pit. And if we had video night, you'd see why. Beautiful gymnasium.
Yep, a lot of history. A lot of history and a lot of very historical names of lineage have played on this floor over the years for basketball.
That North Egypt Conference, before, of course, they joined the Little Illini after the dissolution of the NEC. Went to the Elite Eight 2004-2005 with Phil Lieb as our head coach, still the head coach here in Florida.
A lot of banners over there on the left side of the wall. The Leafs had something to do with a lot of those in the mid-'80s. Of course, looking up at one team, I can remember the '84 team that went to the state tournament, 29-3, had to play, unfortunately, against Providence St. Mel, lost the first game, and then, as you may remember, as we start connecting the dots, St. Mel was upset in the semis, had to play for third place, thus Hamilton County, who beat Hinckley Big Rock in the opening game, Jim Edmondson, it was a big player on that team. Hamilton County went on to win and go undefeated 35-0 that year and put another log on the fire.
Unreal. Here we go. It'll be Palmer with the serve, going right to left, and we picked up in the back row by Flora, trying to find a return. And here it comes from libero, Bush King. Dug out on the far side, trying to come back there. Good dig out there by Krutzinger. Now a pass over the far side. Here comes the Lady Wolfgal return. Lady Rams looking to make something happen. That's Stewart in the back row. Gets it up front. Gets it over, rather. Now Flora return. It'll be Kester up to the far side. Palmer back to the far for Guayaba. She, just outside. Thought she was going to sneak it in there here on the near end line. It'll be a point for Flora, and they take an early 1-0 lead.
Yep, and Mount Vernon looked a little bit better that time. First point of the match. We'll see how Mount Vernon holds up here.
Hodges will serve for the Wolfgals, up 1-0. First set of the varsity match. Glad to have you with us. There it goes. It'll be picked up on the right side by Kester. Put back by Flora. It's into the net off of McGowan. And it's a 2-0 Flora lead here early on. Not bad.
Some confusion there on that time. Of course, they have side judges here, or line judges at Flora, a couple of high school kids.
It's good work for him.
Yes.
Palmer will send it down central for McGowan as the far quarter. Bush King. The pass up front. There was Hodges. Now back to Bush King. She gets it across. There's Palmer up front. Now to Guayaba. Back to the near side. Kester. Push it over. We'll have a lift on the Lady Rams. 3-0 Flora. Familiar faces, new pace. Bank with Ray and Bria, Community First Bank, 42nd Street location in Mount Vernon, and welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC. Hodges serve right into the net, make it 3-1. Lady Rams get their first point. We'll see Hannah Owens in for Rachel Kirsch, as Molly Kester will take over the serve for the Lady Rams. And Kester serve off of the ground into the net. 4-1 is your Flora lead here. Set number one. Lady Rams were swept in straight sets in the JV match, 27-25, 25-21. That's scoreboard update presented by Tony Wilk State Farm Insurance. More on Tony serve. Palmer looking to come back near side for Owens, looking for the spike. Gets it over the tall towers up front. Now it'll be pushed back by Shadwell. Good job there by Kester. Up front is Palmer. Now to the far side to Cuyava. Makes it in. Kelby K gets the kill in front of a diving Hodges here on the near corner. It's 4-2.
Well, the serving for Mount Vernon has been very good up until last night and then the start tonight. So 0 for 2 right now as far as serving and getting points. That needs to improve here on the road.
Libero Stewart will get the serve. Alexis sends it over towards the near side. Good bump there. Now the pass up front, back to the far side. Oh, a kill there by Gina Shadwell, the senior. Just snuck it in front of a diving Kester. It's now 5-2 Wolfgals. Coach Torney will invite you to come in and join the State Farm team. He is located at the corner of 42nd South Water Tower, Mount Vernon. Online at TonyWilf.com. Walk in, call in, or click in. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. It'll be Cuyava looking to come near side. Right down central for Kirsten McGowan. She floated over the top. Danny snuck it behind the attack line. It's 5-3. Lady Rams back with a couple.
Some Wolfgals not in position, standing flat-footed, and looked over the defense before she hit.
Here comes the Cuyava jump serve. Into the net. 6-3. 0 for 4. The Rams have some troubles off the service.
Yes, they are. This week has been some trouble.
Day off tomorrow. I have a feeling they're going to work on some things in practice.
Yeah, day off Friday. They'll work some more, too.
There you go. Here comes the serve from Cutzinger. Stewart up front to Palmer, back to the near side. Owens floats it to the libero for Flora. Nice return off of Cutzinger. Credit Bush King for setting that play up on the near side. It's 7-3 Wolfgals.
Passing from Mount Vernon's not as crisp and sharp as you need to or as we are used to as far as setting up for points.
Cutzinger off of the serve. It's 7-3 Wolfgals. Palmer. Who's she going to send it to? It's going to be back to Stewart on the give and go. Under the back row, good setup up front. Back to the far side. Fails. Gets it across. Owens gave it a one fist. Not much she could do off of the dive. It's in the net. It's 8-3 Flora.
Well, sure off in the neck of the woods of Illinois, Chris, but it's kind of a little hotbed of volleyball up here, like Edwards County, Flora, amongst others.
No doubt about that. Another Cutzinger serve. Palmer left-handed. Not much that Jessica Staley could do up front with that one. It'll be a point for Lady Rams. 4-8 now here in the first set of the varsity match between Flora and Mount Vernon. Tomorrow is a day that anything could happen. Are you ready? When you meet with Sarah Staley at Country Financial in Mount Vernon, you get a one-on-one relationship and a plan that meets your goals. Country Financial, what's your idea of financial security? Lady Rams serve. It'll be returned by Staley. Good job there by Lady Rams. Get it back. It'll be Heimlich up front. Krutzinger now down central for Staley. Lady Rams will be Kirsch over to Stewart. Gets it across. Near side, Bales will set up. It's Krutzinger back to Bales into the net. 8-5. Lady Rams are back within 3.
But, Chris, what you're seeing is Mount Vernon's not getting themselves ready. A lot of times they're not being able to set up for spikes because they're not passing the ball well enough.
Laura here on the attack after the serve. That'll go underneath the net. I'm like some trouble with that one. And the Lady Rams back within a couple. 8-6 here. Set number 1 of this varsity matchup. We'll seek a Rend Lake College player of the game in our post-game show. At Rend Lake College, you can get a quality education and save thousands. Log on to rlc.edu. See which program is right for you. First serve into the net. It's 9-6. Ugh. Having some issues on the
1 for 6 serve in the night, meaning a point earned off the serve. Not a good percentage, not like last year.
9 serving 6 now for Mylan Bush King, the libero for Flora. She gets it across. There was Kirsch. It'll be up to Palmer to Central. Cuyava's going to be blocked to the net. Cuyava sent one over from the back row. Crimson Jones had other plans. Blocks it back over, gets the kill, and it's 10-6, a 4-point set.
Crimson Jones at the net, it makes Mount Vernon see a little red.
I would have to fathom so. Good call. Bush King with the serve now, continuing. It'll be Kirsch up front, far side Palmer, back to the center circle for Kirsten McGowan. It's long, and it's 11-6 Wolfgals. You're tired of big corporate banking? You do have a choice in Jefferson County. Community First Bank is at home at Dick, Sino, Woodlawn, and Mount Vernon. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Remember FDIC.
Need a picture? Come here. I see 3 cameras in the gymnasium.
Yep. Noted. Bush King for the far corner with the serve. Cuyava up front, Palmer. Now to the near side will be Kester trying to get her little rally going. She does. Sneaks behind the back row. Threaded that needle, Danny. It's 11-7, back to a 4-point set here, set number 1.
Oh, now this is where the serving has to come around. Got to get some points from behind the stripe.
And maybe a youngin, like Kirsten McGowan, to change this for the Lady Rams. Down 7-11 here in the first set. Here comes her serve off of the ground. Job there by Flora in the back row, but hey, there's big sis Taylor McGowan to knock it back over and pick up the kill. It's 11-8.
A little bit better.
There you go.
Misplayed ball by Flora. Mount Vernon took advantage of that.
Elder McGowan was working on some AP Lit homework when we got here.
Oh, yeah.
11-8. The Lady Rams trailing here in the first set. Far side looking for a spike. It'll be dug out by Cuiava. Far side is Palmer. Back to Cuiava. Give it go. It'll be down central in the back row. Heimlich up front. Krutzinger was able to get it over to Crimson Jones, sends it long. The Lady Rams back within 2, 11-9.
The game at Mount Vernon, or a match last year that was relatively tight. I believe Mount Vernon ended up winning. So this is one of those that Mount Vernon would like to have.
Another serve now from McGowan, and that's going to be a good job by Bales on the near side. Threaded the near side, actually. Goes off the Lady Rams out of bounds. It'll be 12-9 Flora. Man, dogs are barking.
Are they?
Yeah. Big feet. They're all coupled up in here.
Oh, I'm quite content here in the box.
Shadwell on the serve. This is a nice little area they have for us here at Conley Gymnasium. Lady Rams and Flora going back and forth. It'll be Shadwell over to Krutzinger. Blocked the net by Taylor McGowan. Shadwell gets to the cross, trying to go far corner. We have got a piece of it off the ceiling. It'll be Stewart now to Taylor McGowan to the far side for Heimlich. Up front, Krutzinger leaves it there far side. Heimlich swings it over. It'll be Palmer now looking to set up. That was Kester. Krutzinger down central. Here it comes from Crimson. It'll be off the first out of bounds, far side. 13-9. It's a Flora lead. Blossoms to 4.
Definite strategy going on for Flora. They do a lot of second ball goes towards the net, then they go away from it. They do a lot of things different to kind of shake things up.
That's Shadwell will serve. Gersh up front. Palmer centers in now for Taylor McGowan. Sneaks it in the near corner. It's 13-10. The Lady Rams are back within 3. First set action. Glad to have you with us. WMIX and MyWithersRadio.com. Video all season long will be presented by Dale's Harley-Davidson, where they trade for anything. They have bikes as low as $29.95, and there is a party every weekend. Dale's Harley-Davidson in Mount Vernon on Facebook, Twitter, and log on to dales-hd.com. Palmer originally served, serves again for Lady Rams. Heimlich sneaks it in far corner in the back.
Just a smart play. You see Palmer was edging up, sneaking in on defense. You could see Heimlich was out there looking, and she tapped it down that back sideline toward that corner. There's nobody home from Mount Vernon.
Nice maneuver there by Heimlich.
That's called looking, seeing where that defense is going.
So that'll be Hodges on the serve for Flora. Up 14-10, set number 1. Palmer looking to go far side. Kester. Ooh, nice dig out there in the back by Shadwell. It'll be sent by 11 over the far side. Good return by Heimlich. Lady Rams trying to make something happen up front. It was blocked. Off of McGowan, far side. Set up is Cuiava. There's Crimson. Back to the near side. Hodges. It'll be up to, Megan Levitt. That was just long.
Wasn't even close to being in. I know.
One time people want to know for certain whether I'm lying or not.
I had 2 or 3 balls outside that line. I can see it from here.
14-11. Lady Rams down 3. Kester on the serve. Bush King there gets it over. It's put back by McGowan. Good dig out there. One final hit will be Crimson. Good dive there by Kester down central. It'll be Palmer now near side to Owens. Bush King. Up front, Hodges. It'll come near side. It's into the net. Hits the antenna. Nothing that Levitt could do. And the Lady Rams are back within a couple. 14-12. Here's set number 1.
Big student gallery across the way from Flora.
Exactly. That's kind of what I was saying. Yeah. 14-12. And here it comes. That'll be just outside on the serve near side. I was thinking, in high school we went to the volleyball matches occasionally, but don't see a lot of that at some of the South 7
Woodlawn's still leading. Woodlawn's still leading with the amount of students involved.
You're true. Real talk, as they say. Comes near side for Owens. Sneaks it over. Oh, some trouble at the net. Hodges couldn't do anything with it, and it will be 15-12. WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square, 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon. FordSquare.com is where the best never rest. Find them on Facebook. Find us on Facebook, WMIX Sports. We're on Twitter at WMIX Sports. Far side. Here comes a return from Flora. Just a little long from Jessica Staley, the sophomore, and it's 15-13. Lady Rams keeping it close. Yeah. Need some serving points to help rally.
For Flora on their side, too, they're not used to Mount Vernon, so they're trying to say, okay, we got to get up for this match, too, or, sandwich in conference games there as well.
Block it to that after the Flora return. That was a good job by 11. Now Stewart's going to push it up front. It'll be Palmer. Drops it off Kirsten McGowan. Good dig out there towards the back. Hodges had the right idea. Levitt couldn't do anything with it up front. It's like that. We're tied at 15. Wait, it should be 15-14,
I think
right?
it's 15-14 by my count. I have 15-14.
We'll see what happens. Stewart on the serve. It'll be Hodges. Back to Levitt, who sends it long. Now it should be 15 all.
I don't think that's right. There's no talking. Yeah, there's some talking going on down below.
Here comes the serve from Stewart. Scoreboard says 16-15 Mount Vernon. We have it 15 all up here. Now it should be 16-15 Flora. Good job there by Jessica Staley. Got a lead over the net and it dropped to the floor.
I had 16-15 along the way. Now, somebody down there may have gotten something different.
So Heimlich with the serve. Just clears the net. There's Owens. Far side for Palmer to be Cuiava. A little wide to the left, and it's 17-15 Flora.
Uh-huh. Yep. Ding, ding, ding. Just ask me.
Well, we went from... I got it. Went from like...
I had 17-15 Flora.
Yeah. I know that's right, because we went from 15-13 to 15-15. Should be a
now they'll look. They never come up and ask us. Never.
Officials time out, of course. We'll go ahead and give it to the medicine shop. Find them. 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Eric Black and his staff are proud to be sponsors of the Mount Vernon Rams. Again, stop by and get to know the medicine shop, 2339 Broadway. Mount Vernon. Ask the Pharmacist returns on September the 25th. Eric Black, of course, will host that after the 5 o'clock news. It'll be Tuesday, September the 25th, right here, AM 940 WMIX. You can actually call in and ask your questions. Ask the pharmacist some questions. 242-6552 is your number. We'll give that over the course of the show on Tuesday the 25th. We hope you'll join them. Any scores from anywhere? Anything going on besides us? I know Woodlawn and Sisney. We'll have a final of that one.
We can drive back by and watch that one.
At this rate.
17-16, that's what they're going with. I think that's wrong, but nobody's asked me anything.
That's wrong now because it's 18-16. Flora gets the point off the serve. Lady Rams can't get the return. So it probably should be 18-15. We'll live with it. We'll deal with it. We'll go from there. Heimlich with the serve. Down the middle it is to Owens. Front row, here it comes. Give and go. Gets it right back for Palmer. Heimlich up front. Now looking for the far side return for Bales into the net. Now it will be 18-16 as will Carlos Tosca this under protest.
Yeah, I'm protesting. I'm not complaining. We're only that Mount Vernon is going down 1, not 2.
Exactly. We have on the jump serve. It'll be Owens after the floor return. Palmer's got to send it backward. It'll be to McGowan. Good job there, Bush King. Hodges up front, leaves it for Staley, and sneaks it outside. According to the scoreboard, we're tied at 18. We'll look for a Ridley College player of the game after this one. Ridley College offers over 100 degree and certificate programs for thousands less. Log on to rlc.edu to see how you can save thousands. On the far side, Bush King saves it on the third hit for Flora. Palmer comes down the middle for McGowan. Good job there. Hodges digs it out. Staley far side for Bales. Cuiava, after a Lady Ram deflection, had to dig it out for the far sideline. Good return by Stewart. Helped set up the Lady Rams point as Flora came to the near side to try to muster a return. Nothing going. It'll be 19-18. Timeout Wolfgals. This timeout is presented by Eric Black of the Medicine Shop at Mount Vernon. Stop by and get to know the Medicine Shop, 2339 Broadway. Their pharmacy and their home medical equipment. Pretty big facility they have there. Just at 2339 Broadway here in the King City. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside Avery Barton is back at our Mount Vernon studio. And Danny, the Lady Rams keep showing signs of life. They're very streaky here tonight. Hot, cold, hot, cold. Serving's gotten a little bit better since it was, I don't know, somewhere in the late single digits. They're going to have to put together a full set in order to win this one.
Going to have to get going here, and obviously up by 1. Good start, good run, and we'll see.
We'll see. 19-18 according to the scoreboard. It'll be Cuiava with the serve. And here it comes. Jump serve will be into the back row. Heimlich up front to Hodges. Bush King will send it over. Libero does a great job to her counterpart. That was Stewart up to the far side now. Palmer leaves it for Cuiava. A little long. And we're tied at 19 unofficially. Officially, I guess.
Yeah.
That's what they're going to go with.
I didn't catch that, but maybe I missed something.
Serve from Krutzinger right down the middle. There it is, Stewart. Far side. Palmer leaves it for Stewart. Gets it across over the Flora's far side. Now Staley looking for a return. Tried to muscle it up. Good dive by Kester. Palmer saves. Will be pushed over now by Stewart. Got a nice little let over the net. Flora with the save. Final attempt. It'll come from Heimlich. Onto the near side now. It'll be Owens bringing it over. There's Bush King up front. It'll be Krutzinger far side. Bales and King won it. It'll be King that wins the battle. We have a far side. Now Palmer pushes over far corner. Bush King from Heimlich. Near side near the corner. That'll be nothing for the Lady Rams. Kester had a piece of it. Went up front and hit the top of the net. Nothing Hannah Owens could do, and it's 20-19 Flora.
Got to battle back. Had the lead. Lost 2 in a row now. Serve will come from Krutzinger. It's Stewart. Up front, it'll be Palmer at the attack line. Now the near side, Owens works it over. Bush King up front. It'll be Bales on the far side for Krutzinger. Good dive by Stewart. It'll be McGowan. Back row for Kester. Gets it over. There is a play up front for Kirsten McGowan. Not enough there for Jessica Staley. And McGowan gets the points for the Lady Rams, tying this one up. Your community, your choice, your bank. With 5 locations and friends and neighbors on staff who understand your needs, Community First Bank keeps it simple. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC. Rachel Kirsch with the serve for the Lady Rams. On the near side is Krutzinger. Leaves it for Staley. Good dive there by Palmer. An attack line push over there by Stewart. Up front, Flora looking for the return. Bales, nothing she could do there. Second hit came from Krutzinger. Went to the far side to Brooke Bales, the sophomore. Tapped it into the top of the net. Fell back over. 21-20. Lady Rams on top. Here comes the service from Kirsch. Krutzinger's going to leave it near side for Staley. Good job there by Kuyava keeping it alive. Palmer pushes back to Stewart. She'll free ball across. And it'll be up front. Bales brings it over. It'll be long. 22-20 Lady Rams. On top of this one, first set of the varsity matchup. Of course, we'll have the next set. If necessary, we would have a third set for you here on WMIX, audio only at mywithersradio.com. It'll be Kirsch. Up 22-20. Bales brings it over. Right down the middle. It'll be Kuyava, far side now. Centered from Palmer. Back to Stewart. Up front from Flora. Looking to make something happen. Far side. Good job for Bales, Sandy. On the aerial assault there to jump over the net. Oh, yeah. Use that wrist action and sit it right where she wanted to go to keep Flora within 22-21. Flora's had better shots and opportunities around that net right now.
Here it comes from Bush King. Down the middle, Kuyava. Right back over. Crimson on the near side. Gets it back, give and go. Nothing. Oh, good job by Kester when all looked for naught. Flora from Crimson. She'll lob it over the top. Here it'll come. It'll be McGowan far side. That should have been the third hit. That'll be 4. Palmer thought the Lady Rams had one more hit. Now we're tied at 22. Oh, that happens. Yep. Good trajectory on the return from the opposition. Forced and unforced errors, so to speak. 22-22, set number 1. Off the floor serve, it'll be Kirsten McGowan on the return. Takes it in, a deflection, it hits in the near corner. And it's 23-22. The Lady Rams are back on top. Tony Wilt would like to make you a part of the State Farm team. Stop in. If you see that red Jeep at the corner of 42nd South Water Tower Place, that's the international symbol for Tony Wilt in his office. He's online at TonyWilt.com. Walk in, call in, or click in like a good neighbor. State Farm. Off from Lady Rams serve. They're up 23-22. Crimson looking for the spike. Sends it long. It'll be set point. Lady Rams on top 24-22.
And the set, and Mount Vernon got an extra point in. Mount Vernon's not going to not take it. So.
Timeout is presented by the Medicine Shop. Eric Black and his staff at Medicine Shop in Mount Vernon. Proud to be new sponsors of the Mount Vernon Rams. Stop by and get to know the Medicine Shop, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Glad to have you with us. WMIX, mywithersradio.com. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. We need to pause for station identification. This is Lady Rams Volleyball.
This is Lady Rams Volleyball on AM 940 WMIX Mount Vernon with video streaming on mywithersradio.com. A free service from Withers Broadcasting.
See, with internet, though, we're audio only on mywithersradio.com. Regardless of how you're tuned in, we're glad to have you aboard for Lady Rams Volleyball. Set point here, the first set. It'll be Kirsten McGowan on the serve, trying to end it. Is it far side? There's Crimson up front. It'll be Krutzinger. Will it be Crimson? No, it'll be Hodges pushing across. Kuyava, nice save. It'll be up to Kester. Up front now, McGowan. Can she redirect? It's a battle at the net. Kester pushes across on a free ball. They're going to say 2 hits off of Kester. Now they say lift. And that,
how can it be a lift 2 hits?
Okay. Should have been 4 hits, if anything. But I think just kind of caught off guard. So now, Flora gets a reprieve here, down 23-24. It'll be Shadwell with the serve. First to the out in the back, up to the front row we go. It'll be Kester to knock it across. Gets a lead off of the front. Good job there. On the far side, return from Heimlich, blocks the net. It'll be off. Oh, wow, looks like it was off of... Okay. Should have been. Looked like it was off the far side hitter, the outside hitter, but I guess not. 24-24, we're tied. Yikes. Shadwell gets the serve off, gets the return. It'll be up to Stewart to bring it across. Won't have enough on the third hit. The return went off of Stewart. Strong side. Off of Quiava, back to Stewart. Couldn't get it back across. 25-24 Flora. Now it's set point. Man. Here comes the serve from Shadwell. It'll be Kirsch. On the far near side, Quiava to Taylor McGowan. Bumps it across. There's Bush King. Near side. That one will be over. It'll be up to the Lady Rams to defend. Bush King pushes across, looking for the back row sneak. Onto the near side now, Kester into the net. And Flora will win this first set, 26-24. If you're tired of big corporate banking, you have a choice in Jefferson County. Community First Bank is at home in Dixon at Woodlawn and Mount Vernon. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC. So 26-24 Flora in your first set. We'll come back after a break. This is Lady Rams Volleyball from WMIX Sports.
Startup businesses, and they come in the door, they're pretty green.
Randy Atkinson, owner of Heartland Accounting, on why he is a small business expert.
I have had businesses where I've talked to people in their garage and have grown it to work in 3 states. There's a lot of tremendous opportunity to help people from the very inception of their business, whether it's just talking about what does it take to become successful, what sorts of things do we need to stay legal. I feel very qualified to help people get to where they want to be. I've had that experience and have helped that situation become successful.
Heartland Accounting, 3000 Broadway, Suite 2B.
The tradition of fine vehicles and great service continues at Second Chance Auto. They've been providing quality cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs for families like yours for over 32 years, and many are priced under $10,000. Plus, most have a 3-month or 3,000-mile warranty. Bank rate financing available with instant approval. No gimmicks, no pressure, just honest deals on great vehicles from your friends and neighbors at Second Chance Auto, living and contributing back to the community they serve. Located on Route 142 East in Mount Vernon, or call 244-4582.
Backaches, bad hips, rickety knees? Why not try aquatic therapy? The Red Lake College Aquatic Center has more than a swimming pool. Try a 6-lane, 75-foot lap pool, along with a whirlpool 10 feet in diameter and a 10-foot by 20 hydrotherapy pool. Aquatic therapy is very affordable. In many cases, the tuition is waived entirely. With special access and dressing areas for the elderly and physically challenged, getting in the water is easy. Experts are on hand to assist with various areas of aquatic fitness and rehab. Call 437-5321 extension 1207 or visit rlc.edu.
If your definition of local is Southern Illinois and adjacent states, pay no attention to this message. Hi, I'm Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Others advertise the message of being a local community bank. However, Community First Bank is the only local community bank exclusively serving Jefferson County with 5 locations and 5 ATMs. In short, loans and deposits stay local and benefit you.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Daily schedules, scores, and more. Like WMIX Sports on Facebook. Back to the Rams on WMIX.
And we welcome you back to the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square, 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon. FordSquare.com. Find them on Facebook. A lot of great things going on now at Ford Square downtown Mount Vernon. Lady Rams fell in the first set by a final of 26-24. Going to come back and try to force that third set here from Conley Gymnasium at Flora High School. The Wolfgals looking to sweep all the matches here tonight. If they can win this second set, we'll switch sides. Lady Rams from left to right. How about the Lady Rams from left to right? And the Wolfgals from right to left. Too many L's and too many R's close together. You know how that works.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Also, too, as well. Here we're about to get started. Hodges will serve for the Wolfgals. The Lady Rams are ready to go. We are ready to go as well here in set number 2. Here it comes off with the jump serve. Good look there to the far side will be Owens. Walked up front. Good job there by Palmer to react. McGowan brings it across. Dug out by Bush King. Far side from Hodges now to the near side. Heimlich gets it over, sneaks it over. Aaliyah Palmer. Alexis Stewart can't get to it. It's 1-0 Wolfgals. That's here somewhere. Yep. Found it. 1-0 on the serve. Owens will dig it out, blocks the net. McGowan, not much she could do with it. It's 2-0 Flora. Familiar faces, new places. Bank with Ray and Bria, Community First Bank's new 42nd Street location, right there in the King City. Welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC. Hodges, another serve. Good look on the jump serve. Stewart couldn't get a good angle on it. Had to dive. I think the bottom of it just fell out. And it'll be 3-0 Flora on the serving of Hodges. That's Christina Hodges, a senior. 3-0 serve, here it comes. It'll come towards the near side. And that's the old husband and wife. Kester nor Stewart wanted it. 4-0 Flora.
This is something now where you see, Chris, you'll learn a lot about Mount Vernon right now. The fact is, losing 2 tough sets last night, losing a very tough first set here, can they get their heads back in this quick enough?
Going to have to. Hodges off of the serve. Stewart and Owens both wanted it that time. So it's either none or a whole lot. Near side it comes to Heimlich. Pushes it over. There's Stewart. It's going to be up to Palmer. It'll be back to Stewart. Now it's up to her to get over. Just does. And there was 11. Now to the near side. Heimlich pushes it over there down central. Palmer to the near side. It'll be Cuiava blocking the net. Back to Cuiava. Good job there by Flora. Pushed over by Palmer. Now Levitt's going to consider it for Crimson. Front row Cuiava. Now it's the center circle. It'll be Taylor McGowan. Good bump there in the back. Up front it'll come from Heimlich off of the Lady Rams. That should have been deflected. That was deflected. That was deflected. Oh, okay. Looks like that was off the Lady Rams out of bounds.
I saw a tip off the Lady Rams myself.
Should be 5-0.
Yep, missed that one too.
Hey, but it's 4-1. Lady Rams get a break. And no issues there.
No, but we call it like we see it.
You bet we do.
For or against.
Speaking of see it, I got a good one for you after this. It'll be Kester with the serve. Up front, it's Hodges to the far side for Heimlich. I see that one in the near corner. It's 5-1. Speaking of Steve, you see that red Jeep out in the State Farm parking lot on the corner of 42nd South Water Tower. Tony Wilson's side, and he invites you to come in and join the State Farm team. You also find him online at TonyWilt.com. Walk in, call in, click in like a good neighbor. State Farm is there. The 5-1 serve will come from Crimson up front. Took one touch there by the Lady Rams off the reaction. Heimlich sent it back. It'll be, Taylor McGowan, a good job there on the spike return. It'll be deflected out of bounds off the floor. 5-2 Lady Rams.
Previous point, I wasn't so sure that ball was not out.
5-2 Flora, I mean.
But,
I'm with you.
You know, back in the 80s, their winning percentages were real high in here for basketball.
Oh, yeah.
You just did not win in this building.
It was hard. Tough place to play. It's Conley Gym, 5-2 Flora. Second varsity set. Lady Rams lost the first 26-24. Owens on the return. Far side. Bush King dicks it out. Back low. Gets it back from Hodges. Good job there by Palmer. Cuiava centers it now for Kirsten McGowan. Third hits into the net. Lady Rams are down 4. It's 6-2. You're in Clay County. Glad to have you with us. WMIX and MyWithersRadio.com. Heimlich with the serve. It'll be Kester. Took a bad hop off of the wrist. Good job there by Kirsten McGowan off the Cuiava assist. Now, Staley looking for the kill. Good dig there, and they'll go off a couple of fifths as it glances out of bounds. Now it's 7-2 Wolfgals.
Yeah, Mount Vernon's reeling right now. It's going to be important for them to get themselves back into this, pick themselves off the mat, so to speak. Kaylee Heimlich, the senior, will serve. Jump serve comes down the middle off of Kester's left arm. The Cuiava. Now it'll be a kill for Kirsten McGowan. Good job there off to the left. Makes it 7-3. With 5 locations in Mount Vernon, Dix, Ina, and Woodlawn, Community First Bank is proud to be the official voice of the Mount Vernon Lady Rams. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC. Good serve there by Cuiava. Dug out by Heimlich. Up front, Hodges leaves the far side for Bales. There's Cuiava back row. Send it up front. Palmer. Pushed it across where they ain't, so to speak. Snuck it in there. Just tapped the key on the basketball paint. It's 7-4.
Oh, yeah. That was a nice move by Palmer. She observed the defense out of the corner of her eye. Something Mount Vernon needs to do. Got to get going. They haven't been handling the ball very well passing-wise tonight. Got to do some different things to adjust your rhythm. Rival will serve again. Up, trailing 7-4, rather. Staley pushes it across. Palmer centers near side. McGowan will be back to Palmer. Back in the far corner for Flora. Looking for the return, and barely got over it with Bush King. Now, Palmer sends it far side for Owens, sneaks it inside. That near sideline, 7-5. Lady Rams has done a couple. First kill for the sophomore Owens tonight. 7-5 now. LBK with the serve. Off the jump serve into the old net. 8-5. The Wolfgals are back up 3. Second set, varsity match. Lady Rams fell in the first set, 26-24. That scoreboard update, of course, presented by Tony Wilt, State Farm Insurance. For all your insurance financial service needs, find Tony Wilt on the corner of 42nd South Water Tower, online at TonyWilt.com. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Good job there by Kelby Cuiava. Got the bounce off the top of the net on the Flora serve. It's 8-6. The Lady Rams are back within 2.
Got a little help with that net cord, dribbled over the top onto the Flora side of the net.
The old rope-a-dope. 8-6 your score. Kirsch on the serve. Lady Rams trailing by 2. It'll be Kretzinger. Set up fails on the near side. Good dive by Cuiava. Cuts through the setup up front. Here comes near side. Palmer. Bush King in the near corner. Flora looking for the return from fails. Cuiava passes up front. Palmer sets up Kirsten McGowan. Oh, just a little long. And it's 9-6 Flora. We'll have a Ridley College player of the game after this one. At Ridley College, you get a quality education and can save thousands. Log on to rlc.edu to see which program is right for you. Serve is right down the middle of Cuiava. Palmer tried to push it over with the left hand. It'll be set up to the near side. There's Bales pushing it over. Right off the attack line, it was Kester who set up. Palmer gets the kill. A diving Kretzinger can't come up with it. Back with it, 2 are the Lady Rams. 7 serving 9 now for Mount Vernon.
Palmer, 5 kills this evening already. Having a nice night.
That she is. First to McGowan's serve. Way towards the near side. Crimson up front. Kretzinger gets it right back with the left hand. There's nobody there for Lady Rams, but it'll be a violation on Flora. It's 9-8. The Lady Rams are back within a point.
Across that line, you can touch it with your foot, but as soon as your foot touches it and leaves the air over it, you're considered over the line.
McGowan's serve into the back row. It'll be Kretzinger near side for Crimson into the net. That was a block, so it doesn't count as a hit on the Lady Rams, and that'll be the 4th hit on Flora. Good attempt by the diving Heimlich. We're tied at 9.
Gave it everything she had there. All for naught, though.
So McGowan continues to serve. Been successful thus far. The near side, Crimson up front. Kretzinger. Now the far side is failed. Nobody there for the Lady Rams just past the attack line. It's now 10-9.
Yeah, Mount Vernon had left a wide open center circle in that defense of theirs. It was attacked immediately.
Flora regains the lead here in the second set. We'll have video on Thursday night for you from Marion. Of course, Dale's Harley-Davidson Fuels are streaming video on mywithersradio.com. More on them after the serve goes into the net, tying it at 10. No smoke in the mirror deals at Dale's. They have bikes as low as $29.95, a party every weekend. And, of course, Dale's the only Harley dealer in Southern Illinois that offers a 10-year life-of-cycle warranty. Find out more about that on Facebook, Twitter, and log on to dales-hd.com. Tied at 10, far corner serve will come from Palmer into the net, which you can do worse. We can do worse better, as you like to say.
Yeah.
11-10 Flora.
Kind of like a day after Thanksgiving game, the tryptophan's kicking in.
There is no joke there.
No, it's just kind of a lackadaisical, run-of-the-mill, going through the motions by both teams here tonight.
For the Wolfgals, here it comes from Hodges. Palmer sets up Cuiava far side. Now a good job there by Crimson. Back to Hodges, now to Crimson. A net violation.
Okay. Did not see that, but it was.
Thought it was on the other side. Whoops. 12-10 Flora. Another serve from Hodges. Stewart up front to Palmer. Going to drop it off. Actually, it'll be a left-hand shot on the near side, Kester. Crimson swings it across. A little bit of free ball action going on here. Far side, it'll be Kester. Bush King up front trying to set up Hodges, so we'll bring it near side. Heimlich nearly blocks the net off of the towers. Kester was playing too far to the left to be able to catch up to that one. Gave it a valiant effort on the dive, but Flora pulling away 13-10 here in the second set.
Nice to good to see that Florian lady out there playing, trying to set it up. She kind of slipped a little bit. Looked like her knee. She's going to take the brunt, but she's okay.
Palmer's going to set up far side to Cuiava, and she is well over the line. Stepping across.
You can step on the line. You can have your back heel on the line on the other side, but if that heel picks up, you're considered over the line as soon as you leave contact with it.
Oh. Hey, how about somebody call it? No communication there on the back row for the Lady Rams off of the serve. Goes down for an ace for Hodges. And we're making 15-10, timeout. Angie Carroll and the Lady Rams. Timeouts presented by the Medicine Shop. Eric Black and his staff at the Medicine Shop in Mount Vernon are proud to be new sponsors of the Mount Vernon Rams and Lady Rams. Stop by and get to know the Medicine Shop, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Set number 2 is 15-10. Wolfgals on top. Don't forget, you can follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. Find WMIX Sports on Facebook as well. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside from Conley Gymnasium in Flora. 15 minutes past the top of the 8 o'clock hour. That's about all you can say. Just lax action down there on the floor from the Orange and Black.
Yeah, and again, back-to-back games. Not going to get any easier this week, that's for sure.
It will not. WMIX Sports Mobile Studio is driven by King City Chrysler, 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon. KingCityChrysler.com, also on Facebook. Forget about that Hertz rental car location right there in King City Chrysler. Can't beat it. Serve from Hodges, 15 serving 10. That one's going to be a lob. It'll be deflected out of bounds. It'll be another point for Flora. Don't understand it.
Mount Vernon, to kind of draw you a picture, is kind of in a boat with no sail out on a lake. It's not moving anywhere right now.
Hodges continues the serving rally for the Wolfgals until it goes into the net there. It's 16-11. Back within 5 are the Lady Rams. And Hannah Owens will check back in for Rachel Kirsch. Kester with the serve, 11 serving 16. Lady Rams are down 5 here in the second set. Hodges centers it for Heimlich. Heimlich touched it a couple of times. I guess it went far enough over to not be a block. Palmer drops it for Stewart, who tried to drop it on the attack line. Nothing going. Far side. That'll be Levitt. Leaves it long. 16-12, and the Lady Rams are back within 4.
A little mini rally going on. Mount Vernon a couple points their way.
We await the Kester serve, trying to keep it going up. Trailing 16-12. Almost got the ace there, and that counts. Chadwell sent it over and sent it wide left. That is power behind that. 16-13.
Ace for Mount Vernon in the match.
See if they can get another. Down 16-13 here, trying to force a third set. Bush King some trouble. It'll be Hodges back to Bush King. Should get it over. Good job there by the Flora libero. Speaking of libero, Stewart up front. Palmer now far side. Owens blocks the net back out of bounds. And that will be a point for the Lady Rams. It'll be 16-14 with 5 Jefferson County branches and responsive quality service for all of your accounts. Community First Bank would like to be the first to say, welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC. Kester's serve to the near side. Hodges blocks the net by the Taylor McGowan, and the Lady Rams are back within 1, 16-15. That was a great job there by McGowan. Timeout, Flora. This timeout is presented by the Medicine Shop at Mount Vernon. Pharmacy to home medical equipment, they cover it all. Stop by and get to know the Medicine Shop, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Chris Hugo, D.C., is alongside. Commonly known as Danny Czerwinski in some parts. Avery Barton, there we go, is back to the studio. Took me a second. We're here from Conley Gymnasium, Flora High School, midst of Clay County. Lady Rams trying to battle back here in the second set of this varsity volleyball matchup against the Wolfgals of Flora. 16-15 your score. Kester and the Lady Rams will have the serve down 1. Trying to force that third set here as they fell in the first, 26-24. Serve from Kester. Levitt up front. Hodges leaves it for Heimlich. It's long, and we're tied. 16-all.
Little life in the Mount Vernon Lady Rams here midway through this second set.
Amen.
Which is good to see.
16-16. Here comes the serve. It's going to be to the free throw line for Bush King. Hodges far side for Crimson. Push to the cross. A lot of loft behind that one. We'll see if it opens up anything on the far side for Owens. It will. But there's Bush King. Hodges. Now to Heimlich. Good job there by Palmer. Up front, McGowan leaves it for Owens. That'll be in the net. Crosses over. Oh, some good play up front by the Lady Rams. Riava, I think, ultimately pushed that one across. Should be a point for the Lady Rams.
That referee completely made one up there. Completely made a rule up.
They should redo that one.
Yeah, they should. I don't blame Flora in that argument. Not only that, but the fake rule made up, but the contact under the net.
Yep, 17-16 Lady Rams, and that'll be a nice job of getting it over by Levitt. Covered by Kester. Now on the far side, Levitt trying to set up. Here comes Crimson for 4. Blocked back by McGowan. Here comes Stewart there, trying to make something happen up front from Palmer. It's Owens. Back row, Bush King. Far side, it's going to be Hodges. That'll come across. Owens. Nice job there by Hannah Owens, a sophomore, able to stick it back off of Crimson Jones. Lady Rams are up to 18-16. Timeout, Flora, and you can imagine the coach early on is not happy, and I cannot blame him. 18-16 the score. Set number 2, the Lady Rams are up a couple. Eric Black and his staff at the Medicine Shop in Mount Vernon are proud to be new sponsors of the Lady Rams. Stop by and get to know the Medicine Shop, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Danny, they're going to have a talk with this one, but, you know, I know the floor official not real happy with the ladder official, but it's up to the floor official to say something as well to force the redo.
Well, I can tell you right now that the officials are not into their best game yet, and for them, they got to get themselves together, too, working as a team. We're going with 2 line judges that are kids, obviously, for high school, so that kind of puts a little pressure on the adults. Other than that, they're doing a great job here tonight. 18-16 your score, set number 2. It'll be Kester. This is long on the serve, and it's 18-17. Timeout works for Flora. We'll look for Rin Lake College player of the game after this one. Rin Lake College offers over 100 degree and certificate programs for thousands less. Log on to rlc.edu, see how you can save thousands. Wow. Oh, good serve there by Flora. Snuck it into the back row just inside. We should be tied at 18 off of the serve by Crimson Jones. So an ace for Flora ties it up at 18. Things could get interesting down the stretch. Here it comes. Near side, that'll be Overstreet who's in for the first time, at least from what I've seen tonight. Cuiava smacks it over. There's Hodges to dig it out. Levis trying to come far side with it. Leaves it for Staley. It's blocked back by the Lady Rams. 19-18, the orange and black are back on top. What you don't know about or understand about your existing policies can end up hurting you and your family. With the right help from Country Financial, almost any family can achieve financial security. Develop a plan that meets your goals with your Country Financial representative at Mount Vernon, Sarah Staley. 19-18 the score. Lady Rams are on top, and how long will it last? It'll be Cuiapa pushing it towards the center. Stewart pushes it across, but there is Heimlich. Hodges now leaves it far side. Levitt blocks the net by the 6-footer Owens. And now by the Lady Rams a little bit of breathing up to 20-18. Oh. You all right? Yeah. Don't worry about me.
I got you, yo. Okay. Stewart up 20-18 for Lady Rams into the net. 1-point game, 20-19.
Well, timing is everything. Fortunately for Mount Vernon, the football Rams, they will play the number 9th-ranked Class 3A team on Friday against the Altoff Crusaders. Of course, the Crusaders could be 2A if the playoffs shake down right, but factors may make that 4A.
That's true. 20-19 is the score here in the second set. There's Cuiava. Gets it across for Lady Rams. Levitt to the near side. That'll be Bales. Good dig there by Overstreet. On the near side, it'll come. There's Cuiava. Ooh, nice little dig out there. Hodges, Heimlich to the far side, Levitt. That'll be Bales sending it just long. Oh, my. That was long, and it's
oh, boy. Yikes. How do you not, and it's hard for a coach, and I will say this, when you have youngsters on lines, you appreciate their effort, but it's hard for an adult coach to say something to kids.
Right. Precarious and awkward position. We're tied at 20. Lady Rams trying to find a return. There it is, half the key. Far side is Hodges, blocked the net. Staley had a good job there. Now she'll bring it back across. There's Stewart in the back row, digging it out. Up front, Palmer leaves it far side. Owens looking for the point. And there it is, 21-20. The Lady Rams are back on top. Lady Rams Volleyball, of course, is presented by Community First Bank. Your community, your choice, your bank. 5 locations with friends and neighbors on staff who understand your needs. First keeps it simple. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC. Cuiava serves into the net. We're tied at 21.
Then you give Flora the serve this late in the set.
I'll send you something. Might already have it. If not, you do now. We're tied at 21. Krutzinger will serve for the Wolfgals. Second set. Wolfgals won the first. It's up to Lady Rams to win this one, force the third. It'll be Stewart across. Good job there by Alexis Stewart. Now the Wolfgals coming back. That'll be long. Okay. 22-21. Lady Rams are up 1 here in set number 2. Video is streaming on MyWithersRadio.com. We're absent with it tonight, but it's presented by Dale's Harley Davidson. They trade for anything. No smoke in the mirror deals at Dale's with bikes as low as $29.95. A party every weekend. Find out more about it on Dales-HD.com. Off of the serve, the Wolfgals in trouble. It goes off of Heimlich. Bush King has some trouble with it, and it goes out of bounds. 23-21. Lady Rams up a deuce here, looking to make it set point. If Kirsch can continue the scoring here for the Lady Rams. Here comes the serve. Down the middle, Heimlich. Far side it'll go. There's Kressinger. Back to Fales. Pushes it over the top. Palmer gets it across. Ooh, nice job there, Kressinger. One last hit will be Staley. With a little bit of help. Now Palmer from Stewart. Leaves it for Kirsten McGowan. That's going to be long. 23-22. Back within one are the Wolfgals. This is where the Lady Rams kind of had things in the first set and then lost it. Of course, that could have been the second set of the JV game. Memory's fading at this point. Bush King off of the service. 23-22, Mount Vernon. Palmer, far side. Kessler looking for the kill, and there it is. 24-22 at set point.
Boy, Flora, they split like the Red Sea there on that defense. There was nobody home, just dry land, and that ball was put right in there by Kessler. Nice job.
24-22, and Lady Rams are a point away from sending this one to a deciding third set. And that begs the ultimate question. Here it comes from Kirsten McGowan. Up front, Kressinger. It'll be left near side. Crimson Jones, and then that. We're going to a third set. Lady Rams win the second by a score of 25-22. So 20. Yeah. I'll find it when we come back. We need to take a break. We'll come back with the third set. This is Lady Rams Volleyball from WMIX Sports.
No matter what the cause, Dales always leads the way, even in the fight against cancer. Hi, this is Matt Watercutty with Dales Harley-Davidson in Mount Vernon, and we're having a kick-ass bike and car show on Friday, September 14th. Yeah, it's true, they don't make them like they used to, so come on over to Dales to see the way coolest rides around. Classic cars, muscle cars, vintage cars, and bikes of every description, with registration starting at 4 p.m. We'll have food by Little Buddy's Barbecue, drinks, live music by Don Ware, door prizes, and we're open till 9 p.m. All the proceeds will benefit the American Cancer Society. The trophies will be sponsored by us here at Dales Harley-Davidson. Oh, did I say they don't make them like they used to? Now the new Harley models are even better. It's the bike and car show to benefit the American Cancer Society with all cars and bikes welcome. Friday, September 14th at Dales Harley-Davidson, the longest running Harley dealer in Southern Illinois, just off I-57 on North 44th Street in Mount Vernon. Call 618-244-4116. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, or visit us at dales-hd.com.
Have you ever been traveling out of town and realized you needed cash? Using another bank's ATM can cost you a few extra dollars in fees to get the cash you need. Well, not anymore. People's National Bank introduces MoneyPass. MoneyPass allows you to use over 23,000 additional ATMs in the United States without any fees. Stop by People's National Bank. Visit peoplesnationalbank.com or moneypass.com to find out more information. People's National Bank, providing our customers the highest quality products and services since 1909. Member FDIC, Equal Housing
America
Lender.
is a nation on wheels. Everyone has at least one automobile. We use them for shopping, work, everything we do. But they can be a threat. Some accidents can't be prevented. Your professional Pekin Insurance Agency, Page Insurance on Crownview and Mount Vernon, can help protect you from a large financial loss when an accident happens. Call Page Insurance today at 242-7000 about low-cost auto insurance from Pekin Insurance. Ask them about the many money-saving discounts that are available. Depend on your hometown professionals. Pekin Insurance.
Lady Rams Volleyball is on your radio at AM 940 WMIX Mount Vernon and worldwide with audio and video at mywithersradio.com. Free services from Withers Broadcasting.
Free indeed, and glad to have you with us from Conley Gymnasium, Flora High School. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski. We start the third set as the Lady Rams look to try to formulate a comeback win over the Flora Wolfgals. The Wolfgals took the first set 26-24. Lady Rams won the second 25-22. That forces the predicament we're in now. That'll be settled with this third and final set. You can follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports, and as always, find us on Facebook, facebook.com/WMIX Sports. We'll get you a Woodlawn-Carmi final here in just a moment. By Carmi, I mean Sisney.
I wondered if it was triangular tonight.
There you have it. I think those two counties touch. No, they don't. One of those days, it'll be a first serve point for the Lady Rams. That was Aaliyah Palmer. Good job there by Aaliyah and the girls. Get the first point off of the serve, up 1-0. Questionably, do we play to 15 or 25?
Come this far, let's giddy up and win this thing.
Palmer serving, and it'll be wide to the near side. We're tied at 1.
Palmer always does that. First serve hard, second serve off speed. you're a batter, you're sitting and waiting on it. Get up in the box, hammer that next pitch.
Tied at 1. The serve will be Christina Hodges. She rallied quite a few in set number 2. Lady Rams on the far side. It was Kester, then Palmer. Now it's Stewart to bring it over. Shadwell up front. That was Hodges. Now Heimlich pushes it just off of the line, and that'll be a point for Flora. 2-1.
Well, interesting to see if they go to 15, 21, or 25. So many options. So many options as far as non-conference goes.
It'll truly be suspenseful. Here comes the 2-1. Hodges right to Stewart. Up front now, Palmer. She's going to leave it in the circle for Taylor McGowan. Looking for the point, but there was Hodges again. 11. Leaves it for Heimlich, who sends it in the far corner. It's 3-1. Flora on top. If you're tired of big corporate banking, you have a choice in Jefferson County. Community First Bank is at home at Dick Stein at Woodlawn and 2 in Mount Vernon. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Remember, FDIC, the Hodges serve up 3-1 in this decisive third set. It'll be Palmer leaving it near side, Kelby Kay. Good job, Hodges. Leave it over the far side, Heimlich. Good job there by Palmer. Now Kester to the far side for Cuiava. That's going to be long to the near side, 4-1 Flora.
Got to get serve back. Got to get this serve back here.
It'll be Cuiava leaving it for McGowan. Swung across. There's Bush King up front to Hodges. Going to leave it far side. Heimlich punched it over. No free ball. Here we go. It'll be Palmer. I believe it's going to set up Crimson Jones. Oh, great play there. Good reaction from Kirsch. Kester down to McGowan. Bush King in the back row. Sends it up to the front row. Looking for a Heimlich spike, and it's sent right back by McGowan. Gets the kill on 4-2. Lady Rams cut it in half here in the third.
There we go. Serve back to our side. Lady Rams gets the stuff going here.
Molly Kester will serve, and she did a great job. I thought instead she would give the Lady Rams some necessary points. Let's see if she can overtake the Wolfgals here. Down 4-2. Good job there by Shadwell. Up front, ultimately be left for Heimlich, who sneaks it in the left line. 5-2 Flora, and they get the serve.
That's one of those you tip your cap, go back to the dugout. That's how good that was.
Man, oh man, Crimson Jones, a freshman, middle hitter for Flora, will take care of this serve and send it left. It's 5-3, and the Lady Rams are back within a couple. Conley Gymnasium, Flora High School, beautiful Flora, Illinois. On a fall-like evening.
We also appreciate the people here at Flora High School for helping us out.
Toby Pierce and Jim Earlywine, of course, took great care of us. Couldn't ask for any better. I think a lot of people are shocked when we send them an email saying, hey, we're coming.
They were, I'll get to that after this point.
5-3. Lady Rams on the serve. It'll be Hodges up front, looking for Staley off of the front row and deflected. 6-3 Flora.
The PA guy here, as you hear in the background, is very appreciative and asked to talk to me out in the concession stand area about everything we do, what's going on. Very appreciative of seeing girls sports getting coverage. And I told him we do all kinds of things. He was very impressed.
No doubt. Very happy. 6-3 your score. Flora on top, decisive third set. That one's going to be out of bounds. Off of McGowan. Went over, hit the ceiling, and then tumbled out of bounds far side. 7-3 Flora on top. Tony Wilton, State Farm Insurance, bringing you our scoreboard updates all throughout the year. Say more about him. Maybe we can get you a real scoreboard update here in just a moment. Here comes off of the serve, Kelby Cuiava off of the return. Now it's up to Flora. Bales gets it across. There's Stewart back row up front. Will be long. Yes, Palmer recovers, sends it to Cuiava. Good dive there by Hodges. Far side, leave it to Bales. And up front, Lady Rams can't do anything with it. It's 8-3.
Might be a timeout. Might need a TO here to stop some of this momentum that Flora is gaining here in this third set.
No doubt about that.
Because Flora right now is playing a little momentum. Now we'll see. Mount Vernon needs again to get this serve back.
Here it comes. Off of Heimlich, and that's going to be trouble. Stewart sent it over. Didn't mean to. That allowed Staley up front to send it just beyond the back row and inbounds. WMIX Sports everywhere tonight. Jeff Crow reports that Sisney beat Woodlawn 26-24, 25-18. As he had the call of that one in a different way. 9-3 your score now. We'll have a timeout on the floor. This timeout is presented by the Medicine Shop. And, of course, Eric Black and his staff at the Medicine Shop in Mount Vernon are proud to be new sponsors of the Mount Vernon Rams. 2339 Broadway is where you can find them in Mount Vernon. That scoreboard update a moment ago was presented by good friend Tony Wilt, State Farm Insurance, located at the corner of 42nd South Water Tower, Mount Vernon. Online at TonyWilt.com. Walk in, call in, or click in, and like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Clay County not very nice tonight so far to Jefferson County.
Sydney's in Wayne.
Same difference around here.
It's close enough. It's in North Wayne. Yeah. Which might as well be South Clay.
Well, if you get farther over here, it's not very good for Jefferson County tonight.
You betcha. 9-3. Lady Rams trailing here in the decisive third set, make it 10-3. Flora picks up another service game.
If SVW loses to Christopher tonight, I'm going to know that the orange is a little bit orange and blue is better than Jefferson County tonight in volleyball.
Now, that's a good call. Good call right there. 10-3 your score. Stewart musters the return. It'll be into the back row. That was Heimlich to Hodges. Now Staley trying to get the kill there. Won't happen. Good job by Stewart up front. Palmer now to the far side. Kuyava leaving. Nice pass up front to Staley. Sends it right into the net, though. Just had a kind of a bad angle as she was coming up with the return. And it's 10-4. The Lady Rams cut it to 6. Of a Ridley College player of the game in your Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac postgame. Kuyava jump serve right there at the attack line. And a good left hand there from the far side for Bales to make it 11-4. Put it where they weren't. They weren't expecting the left hand. Give a lot of credit to these Wolfgals for coming up big in this decisive third set. Lady Rams fell in the first, 24-26. Came from behind to win the second, 25-22. And now it's 11-4 Flora. They're at set number 3. Kretzinger with the serve. Left side is going to be Overstreet on the outside, I should say. Now in the middle. There's Libero Stewart. Kretzinger, far side, leaves it for Bales. Blocks the net. That was Kirsten McGowan. Palmer got a piece of a good dig in the back. Now it's a fight at the net. One last hit for Lady Rams to be Stewart pushed across. Kretzinger, far side. That'll be Staley into the net, and it's 11-5. Lady Rams back within 6. Schmidt Chevrolet, 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon. They are online at schmidtchevrolet.com. Proud sponsors of our post-match show coming up after this decisive third set. Flora on top, 11-5. It'll be Rachel Kirsch with the serve, trying to get the Lady Rams some huge points in their necessary way. That'll be just off of the line. Just off. So off, it could have been in. 12-5. Flora's up a touchdown, and it'll be Mylan Bush-King. Libero off of the serve on the ground. It'll be Kuyava in the back row up front, down central. It'll be to Palmer. Now to the near side catcher. Bush-King digs it out. It'll come up front. Kretzinger looking for the return, and that'll be a Flora return off of the back row. Deflected off from the diving Lady Ram at 13-5.
Timeout didn't stop the momentum. Flora on the hunt here for this win in the third set.
Bush-King with the serve. Gersh in the back row up front. Palmer now will be up to Kuyava. Brings it across. There's Bales near side. Kretzinger. Flora another return off of a spike. Dug out by Kirsch. This is far side. Palmer up to Kuyava. Left side. Did she sneak it in? Yes, she did. Barely snuck it in off that right sideline.
Well, the sideline judge over there didn't want to give it. Had to. It's too obvious this time.
That's 13-6. And McGowan off the serve. It'll be Kretzinger far side. Trim to Jones, and there's a point. It's 14-6. And we will find out. We know a lot of times in non-conference play, they will play to 15 in the third set. We'll see if that happens here. It could be match point. May not be.
I haven't heard anything. No match point or anything announced.
Here comes the serve inside the far corner. It'll be Palmer pushing it across. A good job there by Aaliyah to keep the Ram effort alive. Dug out by Kirsch. Far side Palmer. Now Taylor McGowan off the return. Spikes it just inside, right at the attack line. 14-7. And down a touchdown are the Lady Rams. Lady Rams Volleyball is presented by the official voice of the Rams and Lady Rams here on WMIX, Community First Bank. 5 locations, Mount Vernon, Dick, Sinai, and Woodlawn between them. Community First Bank is proud to be the official voice of the Rams and Lady Rams. Welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC. Palmer on the 14-7 serve here in the third set. Good return by Heimlich, giving it a dive just past the 10-foot line. Of course, West Kester, not much she could do. And it's 15-7. We'll play on.
Case of Mount Vernon right now in the third set. Only 1 point out of 7 serves so far in this third set. And pretty much why they're down 15-7. That time, Flora getting a lot of dink and dunks going on here in this third set as well.
Hodges has done a great job serving tonight for the Wolfgals. A jump serve to the back row for Stewart. Now the far side for Kester. Brings it up front. That'll be Kuyava pushing it across. Good job there by Staley. Now far side Heimlich gets the kill off of the assist from Crimson Jones. It'll be 16-7. Flora's up 9 in this third set. We'll have the Heartland Accounting postgame stats coming up in your postgame show as well. 16-7 the score. Lady Rams trailing by 9 here in the third. The left side, Friava dinks it across. Now McGowan pushes it long off the Flora return. And it's 17-7 Wolfgals. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski, Avery Barton back at our Mount Vernon studios. Video returns on Thursday night at Marion. Jump serve coming. That is Hodges. Back row. Kester looks to Palmer. Now McGowan wanting the kill. Won't get it. There's Levitt up front. Crimson Jones to the back row for Mount Vernon Stewart. Near side. That was Kester. Bush King can't get to it, and that'll be a point for the Lady Rams. 17-8er.
Kester's back, and that's one you got to have back there. She's been serving very well. Got to give her some credit. She's been playing kind of on a gimpy knee here tonight. Wasn't planning to play that much, but has played quite a bit of the match.
Hoping she'll rally off some points. Off of the near side, here comes a Flora return. Now the Lady Rams get it right back. Here it comes on the far side for Heimlich. Tried to get it to Crimson Jones, who had some issues, and they'll be out of bounds off the floor. Make it 17-9. The Lady Rams are back with an 8 decisive third set action from Conley Gym and Flora. Molly Kester continues to serve for the Lady Rams. Here it comes. Bush King up front. It'll be Hodges for Heimlich. Got it past the front row, but there's a backup there from Palmer. Now leave it. It'll be one final hit on that far side for Flora. Good job by the libero, Bush King. Stewart up front, Palmer. Down near side, Owens for Lady Rams, and that'll be 4 hits off the block.
That we're going to 25.
Make that 18-9. Flora on top in this third set. Again, the Lady Rams lost the first, 26-24. Won the second, 25-22. The Jones serve. Back row Stewart now far side. Friava, that'll be off of Crimson Jones out of bounds. It'll be 18-10.
Still some life here on the Lady Rams. Still an opportunity going to take a big comeback here. It's got to start with some serving. So basically, at this point in the set, you can't have any at all mistakes.
Alexis Stewart going to try to take care of that. Shadwell will be up front to Hodges. Down the near side, it'll be pushed over. Good job there by Heimlich. Kester, another good job. It's Kirsten McGowan. Now it'll be Hannah Owens trying to push it. There was Bush King. Far side, leave it. Up front. Daly wins the battle for Flora. She knocks it over the Ram defense. It'll be 19-10. Flora's up 9.
Well, just can't get anything going. No matter how hard Mount Vernon plays in this third set.
19 in the score. Up front. Palmer. Far side, Friava. And a good job there by the Lady Rams. Hodges going to get there on the dive. Back with an 8 Mount Vernon. 19-11.
Kelby has played well tonight.
Yes, sir, she has.
She's in the running. Several good candidates tonight for a Crossville player of the game.
19-11 is your score. Lady Rams are on top. Here it comes on the far side. Friava on the serve. Leave it. He'll dig it out. Levitt, rather. A good return there by Staley. Got it off the Lady Rams out of bounds. It'll be 20-11. Make that 20-11.
Thinking we might be going to 25. I didn't hear set point, match point.
We'll take it.
Anything going on.
Russinger on the serve. It'll be Stewart to dig it out the back row. Near the front, it's Palmer. Back to Stewart in the back. Bush King thought that Heimlich was going to get it. Didn't. It's 20-12. Down 8 are the Lady Rams. We'll have your Ren Lake College player of the game in the post-game show. Ren Lake College, you get a quality education and save thousands. Log on to rlc.edu to see which program is right for you. That'll be coming up in your Schmidt Chevy postgame. Far side, that might have been out. Flora's going to attempt to return. Heimlich up front to Krutziger. There's Kirsch waiting on it for the Lady Rams. Palmer now to the near side for Kester. Did she sneak it in? She did. Good job. Back within 7. Lady Rams are down 20-13.
Brought a little heat that time, that back row. Nothing Flora could do. She got up and wound and put some smoke on that one.
Also looking forward to the Heartland Accounting postgame stats after this one. We're in the third set. It's 20-13. Lady Rams trailing. Flora on the far side with the return. Kester dives for it. Got it. It'll be Stewart back up front to Kirsten McGowan. Now on the far side. It'll come near off a couple of hits by Flora. Finally swung over. Return coming from Palmer for the Lady Rams. There's Bush King up front. Krutziger. Near side. Hey, there was Staley to pick it up. It's 21-13. Wolfgals up 8 here in the third set.
we know now for sure we're going to 25. In fact, either that or just playing extra points for the fans that paid to get in.
Might as well. Bush King on the serve. That was Kriab in the back. Dangerous play here for the Lady Rams. Stewart up front. Gowan got it. Far side, there's Bales. It'll be off of the Mount Vernon front row. Good job there in the back. Now it'll be Kirsch to bring it over, and that'll be off of Bush King into the kid repping the lines, officiating the lines, I should say, monitoring the lines even. It's 21-14.
Got to be heads up over there in your street shoes.
That you do. Don't leave any scuffs.
No.
Can't imagine Coach Lee would be very happy about that, or Coach Early.
No, can't believe that would be at all accepted.
21-14 is a Kirsten McGowan serve. Bush King over the near side. Kressinger leaves it for Bales. That'll be just inside the far corner. 22-14, Flora.
That's just solid volleyball. I mean, you have a kid to get up there and do that from the net to the back corner. There's nothing you can do about that, but just kick your cap and go on to the next one.
Shadwell serving very well, up 22-14 for the Wolfgals. Decisive third set. Send it to Kriab in the back row on the near side. Far side to Palmer. It'll be Kester to bring it over. Hey, there's Crimson Jones. Far side it'll go, and Heimlich sends it long. It's 22-15. If you're tired of big corporate banking, you have a choice in Jefferson County. Community First Bank is at home. Dix, Ina, Woodlawn, and 2 in Mount Vernon. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Remember, FDIC. Palmer serve, comes to the left side. Kester, a kill at the net. Doesn't come. We'll have a lift on forward. It's 22-16. Lady Rams are back within 6.
Seems like there's about 4 Molly Kester running around out here. She is everywhere.
She's trying to keep this alive and preserve that victory. 22-16. Lady Rams trailing. Flora on the far side. Heimlich with the return. There is Kirsch. Up front, Palmer leaves it for Kuyava. Wanting the kill. There it is. 22-17. Never say die, Lady Rams.
See, and what Mount Vernon's doing is they're doing a little bit better job passing the ball, and then they're allowing people to get set up. It's in different ways. They're not just setting it down the middle. They're going side to side with it, varying their attack mode. And when you do that, the other team has a little bit more difficult time setting up the block at the net.
Here comes Palmer. Into the net, 23-17. Flora, 2 points shy of the win here on a Tuesday night in Clay County. Hodges on the serve. Here it comes from Flora. To the left side. Kester got it across. It'll be poked back by Flora. Or Lady Rams. And now it's match point. 24-17. Lady Rams are trying to avoid a second consecutive loss. Hodges on the serve. It's match point. Down Central Stewart. Far side. It'll be Palmer. Now to the near. It'll be Kuyava. Lumps it across. Good job there by Kuyava. Just kind of floated over the top. Diving from behind were both Hodges and Heimlich. Bounced off both of their heads. Neither can get to it. 24-18. That buys the Lady Rams a little bit of time. Kester on the serve here for Mount Vernon. Match point. 24-18. Flora on top. Set number 3. Here it comes toward the near side. I was hoping for the ace, and it will be the Wolfgals. Lady Aces, I don't know where that came from. Wolfgals can't get the return. And it's 24-19. Still match point. Mount Vernon will continue the serve down 5. See if they can somehow tie this one up. Serve to Butch King in the back. Up front, Shadwell will leave it for Heimlich. There's nobody there, but Owens does a great job to cover. Palmer back to Owens over the top. That'll be Shadwell. Nobody can get there. 24-20. Lady Rams is in 4.
Heck of a match.
Lady Rams won't give up, but Danny, it's just they got to stop putting themselves in positions to not have to give up.
Right. You can't keep digging yourself a hole and expect to get out of it.
24-20. Kester works it over. There's an ace. It's 24-21. Sits it near side just beyond the attack line. Nobody wanted it. Nobody wanted a piece of that for Flora. And we'll have a timeout. Wolfgals. But Wolfgals take a timeout. It's presented by the Medicine Shop. Eric Black and the staff of the Medicine Shop in Mount Vernon are proud to be new sponsors of the Mount Vernon Lady Rams. Stop by and get to know the Medicine Shop. 2339 Broadway, Mount Vernon. 24-21, set number 3 here. Flora took the first, 26-24. Mount Vernon took the second, 25-22. Another close one here, brewing in this epic 3-set battle. Flora's on top, 24-21. Not bad.
No more errors. You want to win this set. And Molly Kester back for the Lady Rams, 2 aces in this match. It's the one to have back there, at least as far as serving for tonight goes.
So the warning will come, and here we go as we get back to the action. On Lady Rams Volleyball, it's presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. The official voice of the Rams and Lady Rams on WMIX. 24 serving 21 remains match point. Bush King digs it out. That was dangerous. Far side 11. Where will she leave it? Just over the top. Good save there by Palmer. Punched over by Stewart. Good play there. 11. Far side Heimlich. Looking for the kill. It's into the net. 24-22, and the Lady Rams keep it going. Wow. Live action. Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac, 1421 West McCord is Detroit, and SchmidtChevroletCadillac.com. They'll bring you the post-match show. Match point 24-22. Flora, last chance for a turn at Timeline. Good job there, staying alive there in the back row. We have the pushes over. There's Crimson Jones. Now to Hodges. Back to Jones, looking for the kill up front. Nobody there for the Lady Rams. Deflected it over the top. Falls into the back row, and the Flora Wolfgals will win this one, 26-24, 22-25, 25-22. We'll tell you all about it. Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac postgame show's coming up. This is Lady Rams Volleyball from WMIX Sports.
High school sports are here, and the WMIX Saturday Sports Show is where you can stay up to date in the world of local sports. In fact, it's the only sports show to be recognized by the Illinois Broadcasters Association as a top feature radio program. Tune us in every Saturday morning after the 8 o'clock news, only on AM 940 and mywithersradio.com. The Saturday Sports Show is presented by Crossroads Community Hospital. It's more than a hospital. It's what healthcare should be.
I'm meteorologist Dave Bowers. We'll look at your next ride weather. A clear sky tonight, a low 54 to 58. Tomorrow, bright sunshine with a breezy, warm afternoon, a high of 85. Tomorrow night will be clear, low 59. Thursday, sunshine, patchy clouds, still warm, high 85. And then on Friday, cloudy to partly sunny and cooler with a shower possible. High temperature of 74. The outlook for Saturday, partly sunny and pleasant. Next ride weather from WMIX, Mount Vernon, Illinois.
Whether it's 3G Wi-Fi, in-dash navigation, a power sliding rear window, or one of over a dozen other cool available features, the 2012 Dodge Ram 1500 is full of innovations that you may have lived without, but will soon wonder why. Hi, Roy Schmidt Dodge dealer at King City Chrysler Center, Mount Vernon. And for those who might not be tech savvy, the Ram 1500 also boasts in-floor storage bins and available 2-tier center console and the available Ram Box cargo management system. Wow, there's something for everyone in the 2012 Dodge Ram, and now you can get $1,500 rebate plus 0% financing for 84 months. Stop by King City Chrysler Center at 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon and see one of our sales associates about driving away in a new Ram or any new or pre-owned Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep. Plus, see our inventory on KingCityChrysler.com and find us on Facebook.
Rend Lake College's Adult Volunteer Literacy Program is looking for volunteers to help stop adult illiteracy. Give the gift of reading and be a hero forever. RLC will provide you with training and materials to help adults develop the basic reading ability needed to excel. You can work one-on-one, tutor a small group, or work with students in an adult education classroom. Experience the joy of helping others and change a life. Call RLC's Volunteer Partnership toll-free at 800-369-5321, extension 1342, 800-369-5321, extension 1342.
If your definition of local is Southern Illinois and adjacent states, pay no attention to this message. Hi, I'm Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Others advertise the message of being a local community bank. However, Community First Bank is the only local community bank exclusively serving Jefferson County with 5 locations and 5 ATMs. In short, loans and deposits stay local and benefit you.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is Mount Vernon Lady Rams Volleyball on WMIX. The Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac postgame show starts now.
And we welcome you back to Conley Gymnasium on the campus of Flora High School. It's your Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac postgame show. Chris Hugo and Danny Czerwinski alongside. Lady Rams fall in 3 sets tonight to the Wolfgals of Flora, 24-26, 25-22, 22-25 is your final. We have your Heartland Accounting postgame stats coming up. Danny Czerwinski will rejoin me. Chris Hugo, Avery Barton back to the Mount Vernon studios. We'll take a break. This is the Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac postgame show on WMIX.
Protect yourself and the ones you love by getting a flu shot at the Medicine Shop Pharmacy. It's the smart and healthy thing to do. Just walk right in. No appointments necessary and no prescription from your doctors required. The shot is covered under Medicare Part B. Here's pharmacist and pharmacy owner Eric Black.
We have a seasonal flu shot event, which is not just one day, but usually 4 or 5 days that we schedule nurses to come in and give shots. I can also give shots to anybody who can't make those specific days, for example.
Get your flu vaccine between 9 a.m. and 6 p.m. Save these dates in September, Tuesday the 18th and 25th, and in October, Thursday the 4th and 18th. If you're homebound, every effort will be made to schedule a home visit. Call us if you require this service. The Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
No matter what the cause, Dale's always leads the way, even in the fight against cancer. Hi, this is Matt Watercutty with Dale's Harley-Davidson in Mount Vernon, and we're having a kick-ass bike and car show on Friday, September 14th. Yeah, it's true, they don't make them like they used to, so come on over to Dale's to see the way coolest rides around. Classic cars, muscle cars, vintage cars, and bikes of every description, with registration starting at 4 p.m. We'll have food by Little Buddy's Barbecue, drinks, live music by Don Ware, door prizes, and we're open till 9 p.m. All the proceeds will benefit the American Cancer Society. The trophies will be sponsored by us here at Dale's Harley-Davidson. Oh, did I say they don't make them like they used to? Now the new Harley models are even better. It's the bike and car show to benefit the American Cancer Society with all cars and bikes welcome. Friday, September 14th at Dale's Harley-Davidson, the longest running Harley dealer in Southern Illinois, just off I-57 on North 44th Street in Mount Vernon. Call 618-244-4116, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, or visit us at dales-ht.com.
This is Joanne Joy with Community First Bank. You're listening to the Rams on WMIX.
And we welcome you back to the Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac post-game show. It's time for your Heartland Accounting post-game stats. Lady Rams fall here tonight in 3 sets. Let's take a look at the statistics.
You look through the list, Alexis Stewart had 3 digs. Molly Kester, 2 aces, 7 digs, 5 kills. Rachel Kirsch, 3 digs and a kill. Aaliyah Palmer, an ace, 2 blocks, 4 digs, 6 kills. Kelvin Kuyava, 2 blocks, 6 digs, 6 kills. Hannah Owens, a block, a dig, and 4 kills. Kirsten McGowan, 2 blocks, 2 kills. Taylor McGowan, 3 blocks, 7 kills. Lady Rams fall in 3 sets tonight. Of course, those stats are, of course, unofficial.
There you have it. Heartland Accounting helps bring those to you. Get started right. Let Heartland Accounting help make your business a success. Heartland Accounting, 3000 Broadway, Suite 2B, your small business expert. We'll take another break here on your Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac post-game show. When we come back, we'll have your Inlake College Player of the Game. Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac, of course, 1421 West McCord in Centralia, 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon. See their inventory online at SchmidtChevroletCadillac.com and SchmidtChevrolet.com. We'll take that break, come back to your Player of the Game. This is Lady Rams Volleyball from WMIX Sports.
If your definition of local is Southern Illinois and adjacent states, pay no attention to this message. Hi, I'm Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Others advertise the message of being a local community bank. However, Community First Bank is the only local community bank exclusively serving Jefferson County with 5 locations and 5 ATMs. In short, loans and deposits stay local and benefit you.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
No matter what the cause, Dale's always leads the way, even in the fight against cancer. Hi, this is Matt Watercutty with Dale's Harley-Davidson in Mount Vernon, and we're having a kick-ass bike and car show on Friday, September 14th. Yeah, it's true, they don't make them like they used to, so come on over to Dale's to see the way coolest rides around. Classic cars, muscle cars, vintage cars, and bikes of every description, with registration starting at 4 p.m. We'll have food by Little Buddy's Barbecue, drinks, live music by Don Ware, door prizes, and we're open till 9 p.m. All the proceeds will benefit the American Cancer Society. The trophies will be sponsored by us here at Dale's Harley-Davidson. Oh, did I say they don't make them like they used to? Now the new Harley models are even better. It's the bike and car show to benefit the American Cancer Society with all cars and bikes welcome. Friday, September 14th at Dale's Harley-Davidson, the longest running Harley dealer in Southern Illinois, just off I-57 on North 44th Street in Mount Vernon. Call 618-244-4116, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, or visit us at dales-ht.com.
This is Lady Rams Volleyball on AM 940 WMIX Mount Vernon with video streaming on mywithersradio.com. A free service from Withers Broadcasting.
Rend Lake College's Adult Volunteer Literacy Program is looking for volunteers to help stop adult illiteracy. Give the gift of reading and be a hero forever. RLC will provide you with training and materials to help adults develop the basic reading ability needed to excel. You can work one-on-one, tutor a small group, or work with students in an adult education classroom. Experience the joy of helping others and change a life. Call RLC's Volunteer Partnership toll-free at 800-369-5321, extension 1342, 800-369-5321, extension 1342.
This is Lady Rams Volleyball on WMIX. Time for the Rend Lake College Player of the Match.
And we welcome you back, Flora High School, Conley Gymnasium. Chris Hugo, Danny Czerwinski is alongside as we wrap up our Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac postgame show with your Rend Lake College Player of the Game. Who is it? I got to go with Molly Kester. I mean, she played tonight with a knee that was less than 100%. Seemed like she was all over the floor this evening as far as making digs, making blocks, serving well. It was just a good night for Molly Kester as far as the stats go, so we're going to give her the Player of the Game. You betcha. That's presented by Rend Lake College. I wish the Lady Rams could have had that effort across the board. Unfortunately, cut off short here tonight in 3 sets, 24-26, 25-22, 22-25 to the Wolfgals of Flora. From Conley Gymnasium, of course, we say goodnight on behalf of Danny Czerwinski, on behalf of Avery Barton back in the studio who did a great job, and everyone at Withers Broadcasting. Thank you for listening to Lady Rams Volleyball tonight. Again, your final scores. 26, 24-26, 25-22, 22-25, in that order. The last three that I said, that is right. From Florida, I'm Chris Hugo. Good night.
Thank you for listening to Lady Rams Volleyball on WMIX. Lady Rams Volleyball is powered by the official voice of the Mount Vernon Rams, Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Lady Rams Volleyball is also sponsored by Rend Lake College. See how you can save thousands on your education at rlc.edu. The Medicine Shop of Mount Vernon, Ford Square and King City Chrysler. You can count on us. State Farm Insurance Agent Tony Wilt. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Second Chance Auto, Banterra Bank, Good Samaritan Regional Health Center, Raising a Hospital, Raising the Bar, Sarah Staley, your country financial agent, Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon, and also by the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois, Heartland Accounting, Central Christian Church, and People's National Bank, your home for news, talk, and sports. We are the legendary WMIX.